Welcome back to CV4 Productions. Today, we are exploring a symbol that is woven into the very fabric of Warwickshire. You see it on road signs, on school uniforms, and hanging above the doors of ancient pubs. The bear and the ragged staff. It is a symbol that feels as old as the hills themselves, but where exactly did it come from? Is it just a pretty picture from a forgotten age, or does it hold a deeper, perhaps even darker, ancient meaning? To find the answer, we have to travel back through the mist of time. From the cozy, modern corners of Kenilworth to the bloody battlefields and grand royal courts of the Middle Ages. Let's uncover the secrets of the bear and the staff. To truly understand this symbol, we must look to the powerful Earls of Warwick. The legend of the bear is said to go back even further than recorded history, to the time of the legendary Guy of Warwick. He was a giant of a man, a hero of folklore who supposedly slayed a monstrous dun cow and even a dragon. But history tells us a more grounded story. It was the Beauchamp family in the 14th century who truly made the bear and ragged staff their own. The bear was an ancient crest, perhaps representing the strength and ferocity of the wild animals that once roamed these woods. And the ragged staff, that rough, knotted branch you see the bear leaning on, is said to represent a branch from a tree that a heroic ancestor used as a weapon to fight off a beast. When the Neville family took over the earldom, they kept the symbol, making it one of the most famous badges in all of England. It stood for survival, unbreakable strength, and a deep-rooted connection to the English landscape. Now, we must talk about Kenilworth. If the legend was born in the battles of the Middle Ages, it was perfected here, in the heart of Warwickshire. Robert Dudley, the Earl of Leicester and the great favorite of Queen Elizabeth I, used the bear and ragged staff everywhere. It really was his signature. When he hosted the Queen at Kenilworth Castle in 1575, a legendary party that lasted 19 days and cost a literal fortune, the bear and ragged staff was carved into the very stone of the walls and embroidered on the finest fabrics. It wasn't just decoration, it was a symbol of his power, his noble lineage, and his undying loyalty to the crown. Even today, when you walk through the ruins of Kenilworth Castle, you can still feel the weight of that history. The symbol served as a reminder to everyone who entered that they were in the domain of the bear. But why did this noble crest become the name of so many pubs? In Old England, the pub was far more than just a place to get a drink. It was the village's living room, a sanctuary for travelers, and a center for news. The bear and ragged staff in Kenilworth is a perfect example of this. Many of these establishments began their lives as, quote, coaching inns. Imagine you are a traveler in the 1600s, riding through the dark, muddy roads of Warwickshire. When you saw that familiar sign of the bear hanging over a door, you knew you were in the Earl's territory. It meant safety, a warm fire, and a place for your horses to rest. These pubs have stood for centuries, surviving the English Civil War, the Industrial Revolution, and the arrival of the modern world. When you sit by the fireplace in the bear and ragged staff today, you are sitting in a place that has heard the secrets and stories of Warwickshire for hundreds of years. Centuries have passed since the last knights rode through Warwick and Kenilworth. The great earls are gone, and many of their castles sit in silent ruin. But the bear and ragged staff remains as strong as ever. It has evolved from a warlike crest of the high nobility into a symbol of local pride and identity. You will find it today on the Warwickshire County Council logo, on the badges of local police officers, and in the logos of schools and sports teams. It reminds us that our history isn't just something found in dusty library books. It is alive. It is on our streets, in our architecture, and in our favorite local spots. The bear has been watching over Warwickshire for a very, very long time, and it seems he isn't going anywhere. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of Warwickshire. Exploring these local legends is what we love most here at CV4 Productions. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the past, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure. Every view helps us tell more of these wonderful stories. Until next time, keep exploring.